Hi cousins, it's your girl cousin Angela. I'm back in here in the kitchen today. Today we're gonna do some more ribs. Y'all know I'm a rib lover, baby. So we're gonna put some more St. Louis style ribs in the oven. Look, I've got my oven set to 280 degrees. We're gonna cook these for about 2.5 to 3 hours. What I've done is I've taken a little bit of oil and just rubbed them on my ribs. Okay. Now you all have seen me use mustard before, but it's okay. You can use vegetable oil or avocado oil as well. We've got us some garlic powder here. I've got my onion powder here. I've got my Heath Rouse competition rub. I've got some ground black pepper. And I've got some smoked paprika. And I mixed up all my seasonings together in a clean bowl with a spoon. So now we'll just take a little bit of the seasonings and we'll just put them on our ribs just like that. Okay. I don't want to have to use the bottle, so I just put them in the bowl to make it easier for me. All right. Hope everybody's doing good today. Okay. Next, let's see. I'm making sure I cover all avenues on my ribs. Be able to season very, very well. You don't want to leave any areas unseasoned. Okay, now, once you put your seasonings in, we're just going to pat it down just like that. Just want to pat our seasonings down just like that. Just this pan. Now we have 2 slabs of ribs. I'm just going to do this one here with you all. And then the other one I'll do offline. And then I'm going to put them all together in the oven at the same time. So now we're going to flip the ribs over and do the same thing on the opposite side. And I'll show you how I did my oil on the first side, okay? Just want to rub it in. Sometimes a little can go a long way, just to depend on the amount of oil you're using. But you don't need that much. You just want to coat the ribs. Just like that. Honestly, I find putting oil on my ribs is better than the mustard. I mean, the mustard is great, but honestly, I like the oil better. I really do. Okay, now, remember, anything you touch, soapy hot water. Okay. Make sure you season very, very well. Okay, that should do it. And then we're generously just going to pat them down. Okay, so we're going to set these aside. I'm going to do the other ribs offline, and then I will come back and show you all, let you all know when I'm going to put them in the oven. Okay, so I'll see you shortly. Okay, cousins, so both slabs of our ribs have been seasoned on both sides. We started off with this slab first. Okay, and now I've just finished the second slab. So now the oven is on 280 degrees. These will go in the oven for 2.5 to 3 hours. I'll see you then. What's good, cousins? Okay, so listen, we back. Both slabs of ribs are done. We're going to go to the second phase of my video, okay? So now, you know me, the Reynolds wrap girl. So now listen, we're going to use this grill foil right here, which is longer than the average size foil that I normally use. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. You know I got to keep my Reynolds wrap together. So this is the grill foil. So this one is 37.5 feet, okay? So now watch this. See where we at now. So this is the Reynolds wrap grill foil is going to cover the entire slab of our ribs. Okay. All right. So hold on. So what we're going to do And let me show you the ribs first of all, okay? I hope they cool down a little bit. All right. So here's our first slab of ribs. They're done and out of the oven. You see that little to no mess on the bottom, okay? And then let me show you the other slab here. And then here's our other slab. Again, little to no mess, all right? So what we got to do here is I'm just going to move these out the way for a second. And what I like to do here is I'm going to, on our nice clean counter, I'm going to lay down our foil and we're going to go to the next step, okay? So, let's see here. Just enough to cover the slab of ribs. I'll do one on camera with you guys, and then the other one I'll do off camera. Does that make sense? Okay? I figured once you all see me do the first one, you don't have to worry about me. You know, I'll just do the other one off camera, and then I'll come back when it's time to put them in the oven. Once I finish what I'm doing, I'll put them in the oven. I'll leave them in there for about 30 minutes. And then after 30 minutes, I'll pull them out. And then we go to the final stage of it, okay? So these ribs have cooked for exactly 2.5 hours in my oven, okay? On 280 degrees. So now, listen. This is what I'm about to do. I'm about to take the butter, and I'm going to put you all down here so you can see what Cousin Angie's doing, okay? So basically, we got a stick of butter. We've got us, and this is how I store my honey. This is how I store it. I put the date on the bag for which I store it in the bag. Because when you put honey in the refrigerator, it gets really, really thick. And it's hard to use. So I just simply put the date on the bag for my brand new bottle of honey. And I secure it, you know, just by closing the top tightly. And then zipping this up real tight. And it stays fresh. I don't like to put it in the refrigerator and it gets hard and you can't use it. Child, Cousin Angel got time for that. So then we have us some light brown sugar, okay? All right. So now listen, we got to go to the next step of our video. So let me bring you guys on home, honey. I love me some ribs. I know y'all going to get tired of me with these darn ribs. That's okay. All right, cool. So the first step I want to do is get my butter open here. So what I'm going to do is just put a few slices of butter down. I'm just going to cut a few slices. Not too big. So I'm just going to slice 6 slices of butter. And this comes out to be, let me tell you exactly how much this is. Give me a second. This is about, yep, this is stopping right about 3 tablespoons here. And you don't have to. You can do 4, which will be about 2 tablespoons. You can do that. It's okay. As a matter of fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go with 4 slices of butter. That's what I'm going to do. Let me just set that here for a quick second. Okay. Honey, this butter gets slippery fast. Oh, Lord Jesus. Alright. Honey, this butter. Child, this butter. Me and butter don't get along, baby. I hate something slimy on my hand. I'm sorry, cousins. Let me just go ahead and get this. There we go. Alright, I think that's really going to be it. We don't need that extra one, so we're just going to have 4 slices, okay? And we'll do that to both of our slabs of ribs, okay? Just about 4 slices of butter. That's simple enough like that, honey child. And so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of honey. Take a little bit of honey. And I'm just going to not too much, just a little. You don't want to go too crazy with it. And everything you see me here do on this slab of ribs, I'm going to do it to the next slab of ribs, okay? Now, when it comes to my light brown sugar, what I like to do is just to get the sugar out the corner, you know. Just dump it a little bit to get all the sugar out the corner because, honey, I ain't trying to lose my money. And I understand we can't get all the sugar out the corner, but we can get a little bit, okay? All right. So I'm going to take my kitchen shears, cutting ones, and I just simply, I want too much. Now we're going to have to wash these because they touch the food, okay? Don't want any cross-contamination. And I'm just going to put a little bit like that down here. Not too much. Just a little bit. Okay. So next, I'm going to go get my ribs. Okay. Let's get us a slab of ribs here. And baby, they hot. Oh, Jesus, Lord. They tender too. Oh, Jesus. They hot. Cousin Angie not trying to play with you for the one time. Let me get a piece of napkin. Oh, child. Them bad babies hot. They hot. Let me just put here, right here for the one time, okay? So, listen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit more of that brown sugar. Just a little bit more. I'm not going to go too crazy with it. Okay? Now, if you have any liquid, you can do so. A little bit of pineapple juice, a little, like I said, pineapple juice, a little apple juice. You can use that. Okay? And do that back there. Just a little bit. You don't need to go too fancy with it. Okay. So now we're going to take it and we're just going to wrap our ribs like that. See this? And this foil is nice and thick too, cousins. Very nice and thick. So what I've done is aligned me a pan up, clean pan here with some foil. Okay. My oven is still set on 280, but I'm going to bump it up to 300. So after our ribs have cooked for 2.5 hours on 280 degrees, we're going to bump it up to 300. And once we bump it up to 300 and we put our ribs back in our oven, we're going to let it sit in there for like 30 minutes, okay? And then after 30 minutes, we'll go to our final stage of our ribs, okay? So I'm just going to sit this back in here, just like that, see? Clean pan with foil on it, just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the next slab of ribs off camera, and then I'll come back when I'm finished. All right, cousins, I decided to just come on back online with you guys and show you all the last slab of ribs. I'm doing the same way, okay? So we're just going to go down again with a little bit of honey. Not too crazy about it, just a little bit like that there. Or that there, like my Uncle Charles would say. And like I like to do when I put my ribs back in the oven, I like to take a soapy hot rag and clean as I go. You know how I do it. Got to keep my area sanitized and keep your hands clean in the kitchen, okay? Get some of that brown sugar off the bag, okay? All right. You're going to love these ribs. They're going to be fantastic, child. And you notice I'm not putting any liquid on my ribs. And you can. Oh, Jesus, they hot. Jesus, help me, Lord. We're going to just put it that way. Oh, that's hot, cousins. That's hot. Those ribs are really hot. Remember, keep your clean trash bag here so you can throw your stuff out in the trash. Okay? So we're just going to a little bit more here. Okay? I'll be right back. Okay, cousins. So now that we're down to the final stretch in our ribs, you saw me cook these ribs on 280 degrees for 2.5 hours. You then seen me take the Reynolds wrap, because you all know I'm the Reynolds wrap girl. You saw me take the Reynolds grill foil, and you saw me wrap a slab of ribs in there. We put down a little bit of our honey. We put down a little bit of our brown sugar, our light brown sugar, and then we put our ribs on top. So then we came back, we put our ribs on top of that butter and a little brown sugar and a little bit of honey, 4 slices of butter, very thinly, not thick. Then we put the ribs on top of that, a little bit of honey. I don't like all that stickiness too much. And a little bit of brown sugar. So now what we're going to do is take this foil and we're going to place it just like that. And like I said, this foil is very, very, very thick, okay? Now, they cooked in the oven 280 degrees for 2.5 hours, cousins, okay? So now what we did was, when I went offline, I bumped my oven up to 300.
Meant to say that I bumped
okay?
my oven up to
So now what we're going to do is
350
we're going to let
degrees.
this go back in that oven for 30 minutes. In the meantime, while those ribs are in there, and they're hot, Jesus, help us, Lord. So listen, we got 2 slabs, St. Louis style ribs. While they are cooking, Cousin Angela going to be getting down to the business with our barbecue sauce, all right? So let me put our ribs back in there, and I'm going to show you how we gonna place those ribs when I come back out. All right, I'm gonna show y'all how we gonna place those ribs. I got something special for you. Don't worry about me. Cuzn Angie got it. All right, back in there they go for 30 minutes. In the meantime, while they cooking, cousins, we're going to be getting our barbecue sauce together. And you know, as I always tell you, wash your hands, sanitize your area, clean as you go. Now, for those of you who do not know how I store my honey, like I said, I take my honey when I first buy it. I take my honey, I put it in a Ziploc bag. But before I put it in a Ziploc bag when I buy it, I like to write the date that was purchased and the date of storage. I know many people like to put they honey in the refrigerator. You do whatever your preference is to be. I don't, because putting brown sugar of any sort or honey in the refrigerator, it just gets hardened, and it's hard. And I know some people say, oh well, you know, Cousin Angela, you can put it in the microwave to, you know, get it soft. Child, we ain't got time for all that. When it's time for me to eat, y'all know I'm the rib girl. I love to eat me some ribs. So there we go. We got all that out of there. You ain't got to worry about nothing, okay? And then when it comes down to my light brown sugar, I do the same thing. Get me a nice Ziploc. Listen, I'm the Ziploc girl, okay? I get a box with about 80 in there. And so look, what I like to do is just take that plastic and fold it over there like this, like that. Like Uncle Charles say, like that there. You know, I'm a Georgia girl. So we put it like that. All right, cousins, you got to do this. You'll save yourself. And you put it in the corner. Always go to your corner. I'm telling you, you'll thank yourself later. When you put your brown sugar in your bag, cooking for the holidays or just any time, you want to get that in there, go ahead over there like that there, like Grandma and them did, and you get that air out that bag. See, get all that air out that bag, and then you just go ahead and you seal that bag. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. See, that's it. This is how Cousin Angela store her stuff. Now, as far as my honey, I will say this. I'm gonna reiterate this again. I do not store it in the refrigerator, nor do I store my light brown sugar. Okay. So listen, guys, I'm going to go set my timer for 30 minutes, and Cousin Angie will see you back in 30 minutes. Remember, each slab of ribs is only 4 thin slices of butter on one side. All my directions will be below my video. I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. All right, cousins, so our ribs are done. They're out of the oven. So we cooked them on 280 degrees for 2.5 hours. You then seen me use the Reynolds wrap grill foil, and you saw me roll out a piece of foil. And on top of that, we had 4 thin slices of butter. And then we had just a little bit of honey and just a little bit of light brown sugar. And then we put those ribs on top with the bones facing up. We wrapped them up. We put them back in our oven for 30 minutes. So now, oh Jesus, now that they're hot and out of the oven. Now I know most people, and I've done it too, you've seen plenty of my videos, they just put the barbecue sauce on them and let them go, you know, back in there until that glaze is nicely thick on there, right? Cousin Angie ain't got time for that tonight, baby. We gonna just go ahead and slice them and dice them and things like that there. Y'all always hear me tell my Uncle Charles say like that there. So we just gonna go on over here and mind our business. And I'm gonna bring y'all on over to the house. Because what we're going to do is we're going to slice them, because, you know, when you come to the party, we ain't got time for people to be cutting the ribs because they get too many darn big pieces. So Cousin Angie don't like to have the folks come over to the house and they want to slice and dice them. We're not going like that. Cousin Angie going to help everybody get a piece of rib. That's what we're going to do. So come on over here and let Cousin show y'all what y'all supposed to be doing. Look, you can eat ribs 24/7. I'm the rib girl. I'm the hamburger girl. I'm everything girl. I loves to eat. I'm a Southern girl. I'm from Georgia. So don't worry about me. You're going to say she got too many ribs. Girl, gone. We about to eat these right there. Hold on. Let me bring y'all to the house. Okay? Y'all seen them ribs y'all getting complaining about. Okay? And listen. Got the barbecue sauce on deck. Okay? Got the barbecue sauce on deck. So listen. We're going to take our knife and we're going to slice these ribs just like that. See here? Oh, Jesus. They hot. Lord, they hot. Let me help y'all out right there for the one time. See that there? See that smoking rib right there, baby? That's how y'all get them ribs right there. That's how y'all get them, okay? Like that there. We're going to drop it right on down there in that nice, thick, juicy barbecue sauce. I just put it on down like that there. And then I'll show you what I like to do once it comes out, okay? Okay. All right. Whew, that's hot, Jesus. And you can also take them and stand them up like that. Hot. Sorry, cousins. That bad baby hot. I can't do it. Okay, you just put them in there, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do in just a second. Auntie Grandma Angela got you. I said Auntie Grandma Angela, didn't I? Baby, I got 3 grandchildren. I got nieces, well, cousins, who call me Grandma Auntie Angela. This bone look like it don't really want to cut, so you know I always say maybe God trying to tell me to taste it. It's okay. I have to taste it with that barbecue sauce on it, just like that though. Look at there. Still got a few strands of meat on it, but that's okay. They all going in the oven to get a little thick. You know, they're going to talk to each other. Darn, that's hot. Okay, hold on, y'all. That shit is hot. Okay, I think I cut it the wrong way, but that's okay. Whew. Baby, when I tell you, whew, that's hot. Sorry, cousins. That bad baby hot. Okay. So, since I've already put a few slices in there, let me just go ahead and show y'all what we're about to do. Alright, so here's the sauce. You saw me put the meat in here. We're just going to toss it just like that. See that there? And the sauce is nicely hot from on top of the stove. So we're just going to take these there like that, coat them just like that. And watch this. We're going to put them right on over here in our pan, just like that there. Like Uncle Charles said, like that there. Okay? Matter of fact, I'm going to move this over here so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing. Give me a minute. Let me just get this meat out. Hold on. Here's let Cousin Angie get this pan right here. And Cousin Angie going to show y'all how we going to bring it on home together. Y'all get it in for the one time on that camera? I thought y'all would. Okay. All right. Hold on. So we're going to take it out. Okay. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Look at the Lord, the goodness of the ribs, Jesus. We just want to say thank you. We ain't even trying to play with nobody, okay? So we're going to keep on slicing these ribs. And when I'm done, cousins, I'll come back to the camera before and show you what it's like before I put them in the oven, okay? Put it back. Okay, cousins, so we have all our ribs nicely sauced. They're going back in the oven. And we're just going to glaze these bad babies for about 10 minutes, okay? Get that glaze nice and thick up on them. Child, y'all know how we do it. So I'll see y'all back in about 10. Okay, cousins, our ribs are out of the oven, completely done. Okay, so after I glazed all the ribs, I took the remaining sauce once I put them in my baking dish. And this is a Cuisinart 9x13 baking dish. Once they were done, you know, saucing as you saw me cut them individually and put them in the sauce and then put them in the 9x13 dish. I poured the remaining of that glaze on in there. I bumped my oven up to 350 and I baked these in there, well, coated them to get the glaze nice and thick for exactly 12 minutes and 31 seconds. Alright, so you can just call it an even 12 minutes if you want to, okay? Let Cousin Angie show you these ribs, baby. This is how you do these ribs, baby, St. Louis style. It's a southern thing, baby. Put a little southern taste in your mouth for the one time, okay? Come on and get you some, baby. Okay? All right. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did. And you probably say, she'll be back soon with another video. Not another real video. I don't think so. I don't know. But anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did bringing it to you. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you make these ribs, come back and let me know what you think of them. They're delicious. You can eat it with macaroni salad, potato salad, some veggies. You can have some fried potatoes and onion. You can just do roasted potatoes with them. You don't have to go all the way out. It's up to you. It's whatever you make your dish to be. It's a southern thing for me, baby. So you know me. I can get me some bread and ribs, some corn on the cob, some veggies, a salad. It's all good, baby. All right? Listen. I love you all. Thank you for your love and your support for my channel. Please share this video. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about it. From my family to yours, I love you guys and thank you for supporting me. See you soon. Don't forget, pick up the phone and call somebody and tell them today you love them. There's a lot of people going through something, illness. You don't know what people are going through, okay? All right, see you guys soon. I'll be back tomorrow with another dish. I love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.